Oh my goodness, I should have brought my sunglasses out here. I didn't realize it was going to be this bright. But in today's English lesson, we are going to talk about what is going on in Greenland. And I don't think it's good. President Trump, my president, I'm an American, he says we are going to take Greenland. Could be by diplomacy, like by talking, or it could be by force. Maybe the military is going to get involved. And the last I heard is that German troops are moving into Greenland now. So together, we are going to watch a newscast. And in that newscast, they are going to use some pretty difficult terms. But don't worry. That is where I come in. And by the end of this English lesson, you are going to know how to use them in your next English conversation. So if I may ask, before we get to the newscast, please go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe if this is your first time here, become a channel member. There is a bonus English lesson that has a quiz. There is a QR code right up there. Scan it or check the comments if you would like to become a channel member. I'm going to go downstairs and get ready while you watch the newscast.
President Trump now appears to be focusing on a new takeover target, Greenland. CBS's Willie James Enman is traveling with the president and is near the Florida estate. Willie James.
Jerika, good evening to you. As President Trump pushes American oil companies to invest in Venezuela, he's also doubling down on his threat to annex Greenland.
President Trump is targeting a NATO ally.
We are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not.
But Greenland, a territory of Denmark, is rejecting the threats.
Greenland is not a product. We're a people.
The White House has not ruled out using military force, but Secretary of State Marco Rubio told lawmakers the U.S. would prefer to purchase Greenland rather than invade.
Are you ready to improve your English? Let's do it. You've seen part of the newscast. There's another part a little later on, and they used some difficult vocabulary. So let's talk about it. For each of these words, I will have the official definition. I will use it in a sentence, and then I will have a picture that will hopefully help you understand what it means. So first we have a takeover. A takeover. This could be an English phrasal verb, but the way they used it in the newscast, it was a noun. So a takeover. The official definition: when one group gets control of another group, like a company. But of course, we are talking about not a company, like a business. We're talking about a country or territory. And we'll talk about the difference a little bit later on. So let's read that sentence. I need to remove my picture. The big company wants a takeover of the small store. And at least where I live, there aren't a lot of small stores left. They have all been taken over by bigger companies like Walmart or Home Depot. Next, we have Target. And you can see in the picture there is an arrow going into the center of the target. Target is a thing or person you want to hit or reach. And of course, the target on Trump's mind right now is Greenland. Let's read the sentence. Our sales target for this month is very high. Next, we have invest. Now, you will often hear this used with money, but not all the time. And we'll talk about how you might invest time. But the official definition for invest: to use money now to make more money later. I want to invest my money in a new business. But you could also invest time. So right now, you are investing your time to learn English. Hopefully in the future, that will pay off. We might use that English phrasal verb, meaning it's going to bring better things to your life. Doing hard work now, investing the time, later on, you might get a better job. Doubling down. This term has become quite popular in English over maybe the last 5 to 10 years. When I was younger, I didn't hear it that often. And now it seems almost every newscast uses it. If you double down on something, that means you try even harder to do something, to not change your mind. He is doubling down and refuses to change his plan. Trump often doubles down. He will say something crazy like, let's take over Greenland. And then people will say, are you sure? Maybe you don't want to do that. And then he will say, no, not only will we do that, but we might take it over by force if we have to. In other words, the United States might annex Greenland. Annex. Let's talk about what that means. To take land from another country and make it yours. Now, in the picture, AI heard annex and they drew a map of China. That might be Taiwan. I hope China never annexes Taiwan. I think that would be bad for the people of Taiwan. The country wants to annex the island. Before we had target as a noun, now we have targeting as a verb. Let's talk about that. That means picking or choosing someone to focus on. The ads are targeting people who like sports. Again, President Trump is targeting the territory of Greenland. At one time, the United States and Denmark were allies. At one time, the United States and Europe were allies. I hope that is still true after what is going on with Greenland. But an ally, that is just another way to say a friend or a partner. And this is often used for a country. Canada is an ally of the United States, or at least I think it is. Please let me know if you are watching from Canada. Do you think the US and Canada are still allies? Bob the Canadian. Anytime I mention Canada, I have to talk about Bob the Canadian. I would like to think that he is an ally of mine. Okay, I've talked about territory before. The US, we'll talk about it in a minute. The US has territories, and it's kind of weird. We have US states, and then we have territories that are kind of like states, but not really. Let's get the official definition for territory. It is simply land that belongs to a government. And we have Puerto Rico. The United States has Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. Next, we have rejecting. It's often not fun to talk about rejecting. It's not a good thing, usually. Saying no to something. She is rejecting the job offer because the pay is low. Denmark rejected Trump's offer of taking over Greenland. They said, no, you can't have it. Threats. It seems like Trump is threatening to take over Greenland. Threats. What does it mean if someone is threatening you? Threaten is the verb. The noun is threats. Promising to hurt or punish someone. Take a look at the man in the picture. His face has been blurred, but it looks like he wants to fight someone. The bulky man made threats to fight us. And bulky is a nice way to say like kind of big, not really fat, maybe a little muscular. Here we have the English phrasal verb ruled out. Ruled out. What does that mean? It means decided that something will not happen. So in the newscast, they talked about how President Trump has not ruled out using the military to take Greenland by force. In the picture, we have something much different. We ruled out going to the beach because of the rain. Very sad. It looks like this family is having a nice vacation at the beach, but because of the rain, they are not able to enjoy it. Next, we have purchase. This is a verb, and it's a pretty easy verb. You know how in English we could have one verb or one word that means something, like to buy, and then we'll have 5 other words that mean the same thing. I don't know why we do that. I'm sorry we do that because it makes learning English a little bit more difficult. But to purchase simply means to buy. Did you purchase a ticket for the movie? What do we have next? Oh, invade. Invade. Another verb that's not great. I hope the United States does not invade Greenland. But invade means to enter a place with an army to take control. The army plans to invade the city tomorrow.
The fact that they had a boat land there 500 years ago doesn't mean that they own the land.
President Trump gathered American oil executives to discuss investment in Venezuela on Friday, 1 week after the capture of Nicolas Maduro.
So we just had a great meeting with the oil executives. We've sort of formed a deal.
He says he urged them to invest $100 billion into rebuilding the petroleum infrastructure, while also guaranteeing their security for operations.
Well, we're going to work with the Venezuelan leaders and people, and we're going to have a very safe group, and they're going to also bring over some security with them.
But some executives expressed hesitancy over restarting operations.
If we look at the legal and commercial constructs and frameworks in place today in Venezuela, today it's uninvestable. And so significant changes have to be made.
And Jerika, Denmark's prime minister stressed that if the U.S. tries to take Greenland by force, it could mean the end of the NATO alliance.
Executives. I think this might be review. I think we have talked about who executives are before. Those are important bosses or managers in a country. Nope, not a country. That says a company. The executives fly in first class. Ooh, it must be nice. Flying in first class looks fun. I have never been able to fly in first class, and I have a very long flight coming up. Have I told you? Well, it's still 6 months away, but I am going to be flying to China. A super long flight, but I will not be in first class. I will be in economy. It's like the cheapest ticket you can buy. Urged. Urged. We have a verb here. If you urge someone, that means you try to persuade someone to do something. In other words, you try to get them to do something. And in the picture, you can see a mother, or maybe a grandmother. It looks like she is urging that child to eat something. Let's read the sentence. My mom urged me to eat more vegetables. Yeah, that is something I don't think I do enough of. I eat a lot of sugar. Probably not that good for you, but I should probably try to urge myself to eat more vegetables. Next, we have security. I wonder what the security is like in Greenland. President Trump says that countries like China and Russia, some people say they are enemies of the United States. They are building things in and around Greenland. So what is their security like? Maybe Greenland is letting those countries build things near it. Safety, protection from danger. The bank has good security, so nobody can steal money. Hesitancy. Hesitancy. It is definitely a noun. You might hear the adjective more often, hesitant. If somebody is hesitant, it's pretty much the same as having hesitancy. That means waiting before acting because you are not sure. Take a look at this guy. It looks like he is on some kind of cliff, and it looks like he is about to jump from that cliff. It looks like a long ways down. I felt some hesitancy before jumping into the cold water. So we might also describe that man as being hesitant. Contracts. Contracts. Let's talk about what those are. Official papers that promise something. And you probably know I am a teacher in an American high school, and each year I do sign a contract. The teachers signed their contracts for the new season. Framework. The framework of something. That means the basic plan or structure of something. We have a framework for the essay, but we need to write the details. Okay, I have never heard this word before, and I thought like maybe I shouldn't even teach it, but I'm going to teach something with this word that I think will be helpful. So the word is uninvestable. Uninvestable. I've never used this word in my life. It means not a good place to put your money. Remember, we talked earlier about investing your money. You take some money, put it somewhere, and you hope it's going to grow in the future. So, like, take a look at that house. I mean, I would not want to invest a lot of money in that house because you will probably lose it. It doesn't look like you could really fix that house up. Here's a sentence. The old house is uninvestable because nobody has updated it. But I thought that word would be helpful because it actually has a prefix and it has a suffix. So there are 3 parts. Take a look at the word breakdown. Un means not. Invest, hopefully you remember, that means to use money to try to make more money. Enable means able to be done. So if you put everything together, it kind of makes sense. I had never heard that word before, but because I knew what un meant, I knew what able meant, and I know what invest means, I could put those 3 parts together and understand what uninvestable means. Stressed. Now you can feel stress when you have a lot of things to do, but this is a verb and it means something a little bit different. Said clearly that something is very important. The teacher stressed that we must be on time. Do not be late. Remember earlier we talked about an ally? Well, alliance is sort of related to that word. An alliance is a group of countries or people working together as a team. The 2 countries formed an alliance to stop the war. That is it. Like I said earlier, if you would like to become a channel member, there is a bonus game that is available to channel members so you can practice what you have learned in this English lesson. If you're looking for more English, right down there is a story about something kind of bad that happened in the United States. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.